What's up, and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking about 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. This is season 4, episode 8, part 2, and the title of this episode is Strange Land. Let's start off with Ed and Rose. So it's the next morning, and Ed looks like a doggone wet seal. Straight up wet seal. His hair is wet and just like messy. He's sweaty. It's all over his face. It's just a hot mess. Rose says to him, "Is he okay?" And he responds that he's just hot, but he survived. He adds that he wasn't comfortable that night and he didn't sleep well. He then tells the camera crew that sleeping over at Rose's home was one of the worst moments of his life, adding that he's completely drained and the mattress he slept on was soaking wet. He says that he had no access to AC and feels completely broken. Ed tells Rose that he doesn't want her to be mad at him, but he can't stay there at her home again. Rose tells him that she's mad a little bit at him for saying that. Ed tries to use the fact that he wants to get a hotel. He wants to have her come along and take her on this little vacation. So Rose tells him that she's sad because she would be leaving her son again. She tells the camera crew that her wish is for Ed to stay at her home and spend time with her son, adding she wants her son to become comfortable so if they do decide to get married, he'll know who Ed is. Rose agrees to go with Ed since he won't be in the Philippines much longer. Ed says that he's a little sad that Rose has to leave her son behind and that he won't get more time with him. Well, if that's truly the case, why didn't he offer her to bring her son along? Why didn't he say, you can bring Prince along as well. We'll all take a vacation so that we can continue getting to know each other, if that was true. He claims that he needs more alone time with Rose to see if she's the one for him. So after they talk, Rose shows Ed where to shower and says that her father is going to shower with him as well. Rose says that she can tell that Ed is shocked, but it's completely normal for her family to take showers together. They're comfortable with one another and they just don't trip on things like that. Now, I want to know, does Ed have a phobia of water? Because the way that he was acting when she was pouring that bucket of water on his head, I was rolling. He says that it is the weirdest experience of his life. And Rose's dad, in his commentary, that definitely had me weak as well. He was saying stuff like nice every time Ed poured the water on himself. So Ed is completely out of his element and uncomfortable. While Rose hoses him down, he discovers a rat. And I'm telling y'all, I about passed out. Comment down below your thoughts on this entire scene. Let's move on to Lisa and Usman. So Lisa and Usman are preparing to go meet his mom, and Usman, he bought her some traditional attire to wear so that she can impress his mother. He believes, along with the goat, this will persuade his mother to give him her blessing. He adds, honestly speaking, he doesn't believe receiving the blessing will be easy. Now, Usman says when he told his family about Lisa and how they met online, they were not happy with him. His mom didn't speak to him for 3 months. He adds, in their belief, it's a sign of failure for your mom to be angry with you. Lisa says that she doesn't know what this meeting is going to hold for them, but she says she has less than 2 weeks left, and if she doesn't receive the blessing, she's unsure if they will still marry. Let's move on to Stephanie and Ericka. So Stephanie and Ericka arrive in Ericka's hometown after a long drive. While Stephanie is there to visit, Ericka says that she would like to introduce Stephanie to her parents as her girlfriend because she wants to be open, but they clearly have some things to work on first. Ericka says that even though she's feeling very emotionally drained, she invited her friend out with them for drinks. She feels one-on-one time with Stephanie isn't doing them any good right now. She's hoping that her friend's positive energy will help balance everything out. Now, if they talk in the car, then why are things still awkward between them? In the next scene, they go out for drinks and fill Ericka's friend in on what they've been doing so far. Ericka's friend Claire is already picking up on the negative vibe between them. Claire tells the camera crew that in Ericka's previous relationships, she's always seemed happy and herself around around them. She thinks she's a bit more quiet at this dinner. She thinks she's a bit more quiet than normal. Stephanie is nervous and is concerned that she'll be meeting some of Ericka's friends who she's also dated. Let's move on to David. So it's day 5 and Lana is still not online. David got the car fixed and has finally made it to her hometown. Well, that's if it's really her hometown. He says that he has an actual address, but doesn't want to scare her by just showing up. So he's just going to start by trying to find her around town. He says that this is not him doing this kind of searching, but he has to find her. In the next scene, they show David. He goes to this candy shop that she's talked about to see if the owner can help him locate Lana. The lady says that she never seen Lana before in that candy shop when David shows her a picture. And David says maybe she was new to the candy shop. That's why she didn't recognize Lana. He gets tired from searching and decides to go back to the hotel and see if Lana is online. Once he gets back, he checks online and sees that he has a missed message from Lana. The message says, "Do you still want a meeting for a photo and start a relationship and visa?" Not explaining why she didn't show up to the train. That message was a fake. I'm just saying. I believe it was a fake. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. It didn't even look like it was from the website he normally uses to communicate with her, to contact her. It just seems like a regular Word document or an email that he typed up and sent to himself. He says half of his trip is gone, but he doesn't care. He just wants to start fresh. All is forgiven. Dummy. Let's move on to Geoffrey and Varya. So where we last left off, Geoffrey tells Varya about his past. Varya responds saying, "I can't believe you didn't tell me that." Varya tells him that has he never thought of the families that he hurt by his actions? She adds that her cousin passed away from drugs and was only 28 years old. She tells the camera crew that it's scary what drugs can do to people, and she can't believe Geoffrey was involved in that. Geoffrey apologizes to Varya and says that it was a poor decision on his behalf. Geoffrey gets emotional talking about his past, and Varya tells him that had he told her about his past, she would have never talked to him. She would have never met him in Russia, and let alone introduced him to her mother. Varya tells him that she wants to put everything on pause and think about if she wants to proceed in the relationship. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts on Geoffrey and Varya. Let's move on to Ed and Rose. So Ed and Rose are going to Rose's father's pig farm. And Ed says that he feels nervous, but he's still unsure what her father thinks of him. So he tries to make a conversation on the way there, regardless to the language barrier, because he says that he wants her dad to like him. Rose's father says that he's excited that Ed will see the pig farm. So Ed is trying to feed the pigs and give them water, and he's slipping and dropping stuff. And I think that this couple is the most entertaining of this season. So Ed tells her father that he'd like to take Rose on a vacation, and her dad agrees but says to take care of his daughter and treat her well. Since Ed is not sure it's true love, he says he needs more alone time with Rose. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Let's move on to Stephanie and Ericka. So being together in person isn't going great for these two. Once they get back to their room, they continue with disagreeing, and Ericka starts crying and says that she wants someone to be excited about being around her. Stephanie then uses the time to flip things. She starts crying, and it's just all a hot mess. Stephanie starts blaming her illness and using that, and Ericka feels Stephanie is giving her mixed signals by wanting her to make such life-changing decisions, but Stephanie not being open to do anything. She's wondering, why did she even come to Australia? These two can't seem to communicate or hear each other, and Ericka ends up getting in her car and taking off, and Stephanie is just sitting there in the hotel fake crying. having a pity party. Let's move on to Lisa and Usman. So Lisa and Usman arrived to his mom's house. This is the moment that we've all been waiting for. He hasn't told his family about his plan to marry Lisa while she's in Nigeria. They think that she just came to visit only. This is what his family's impression is of her arrival. She's just there to visit. He's really worried about how his mother will react. So the family all gathers around and Usman tells his mother to sit down. Usman introduces Lisa to his mother and Lisa tells her that she has a beautiful home. Usman's mom and sister talk to the camera crew and his sister says, Lisa looks like she's a 50-year-old woman, and when she saw her, she was honestly surprised. She was expecting to see a young girl. Usman tells his mom that Lisa is there to get acquainted with her, and by the look on his mom's face, she isn't trying to hear all that. He presents the gift of the goat to her, and she responds, thank you. Usman's sister says, what does Lisa do in America? And Lisa responds, she's a hospice caregiver. Why did Usman tell his family that she's a doctor? Like, a hospice caregiver and a doctor is two different things, completely two different things. His sister then responds when he says that she's a doctor, God is great. So Usman's brother then joins the family and Lisa says that, is there anything that they might want to know or do they have any questions on why she's even there in the first place? So Usman repeats that to his family and they all say they honestly don't know why Lisa is there. Usman is nervous to tell them, but then goes on to say, now this lady came all the way from America and her mission is that she's in love with me and wants to get married. Now, the way he dressed that up doesn't seem like, he's too in love with baby girl Lisa. Did it seem like that to you? He adds that he won't live in Nigeria anymore. So he's telling his family he won't live in Nigeria anymore. And his sister then jumps in and says, where did you get this idea from? She sees right through it. She knows it has to be something else behind it. She knows that her brother is not in love with Lisa. His mother says no by shaking her head. Usman then tells Lisa his mom and elder sister said no. Capital no. His family is very disappointed in him, and that's very obvious when they just get up and go back into the house. Usman says that he's disappointed in their reaction, but because his mother is walking away, he says it's one of the worst signs because it means that she's done with him. His mother later speaks to the camera crew and says she disagrees with his choice to marry Lisa and that's why she left the gathering early, adding it scared her because Lisa is much older and she will take him abroad. She's afraid of how he'll be treated in America. Lisa fusses and says that she's frustrated with Usman because he had 2 years to practice getting his mom's blessing. Regardless of how he practiced, what they brought that woman, I am completely sure and convinced that the answer would have still been no. It would have still been no. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. This was 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. Season 4, Episode 8, Part 2. Again, the title of this episode is Strange Land. I need to hear all of your thoughts in that comment section down below. Give this video a big thumbs up for me. Share it with a friend who also loves watching 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you'll be notified on the next time I make an upload. And I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.